For those of you who don't know us, we are Tim and Jeanine Elwell. We live right outside of Savannah, Georgia. We've been collecting PEZ for about 25 years when our daughter was first born. And I don't know, I'll get right into the collection. Let me figure out how to flip this thing. There we go. Flip, 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 flip. Whoop, that was the door. Sorry. All right, so just walking into our house. I'm going to show you, we don't have a lot of vintage or anything like that. What we try to do is make our house look like a store. So we really value and try to make everything look really, just display it kind of neatly, because we don't have all the money to buy all these great vintage things that we've seen so far. So we just do what we can for display. So this right here is the entryway to our house, and these are all the PEZ t-shirts that we've gotten from different places. You can see we have a room for a couple more. Already ordered the virtual PEZ convention t-shirt, so we can add that right there too. Sorry, I'm like gonna make y'all dizzy here, so I'm not real good at handling this thing. This is our one of our cabinets here. Has pretty much the only cello we have. We started out collecting Disney. It's another of our favorite things.
Jeanine, can you get a little bit closer to your phone? It's a little hard to hear.
Is it? Okay. I'm using a tablet, so can you hear me better now?
Yes, I think your hand might have been over the mic.
Probably. All right. These are some Coco Marsh things that Tim collected with some advertising in the back. I'm getting totally flipped because this camera is flipped. So when I'm going left, it's going right. So I apologize for that. We'll have to figure that one out. This is one of the rooms in our house. This is what was the formal living room in the house. There is nothing formal about Tim or I, so we changed this into our first PEZ room, which is now going to be the Funko room. So initially it was just a bunch of PEZ that we love, and now it's going to be Funko, kind of more Funko Pops, which I didn't want to get into, but Tim insisted. And not only, go ahead and open that. Not only do we have one of each, because we kind of try to collect everything in box and out of the box. We have kind of two of each. Well, two of whichever ones we can get anyway.
People even notice.
I'm having such a hard time with this camera. I apologize. It's literally backwards. All right, here's another case right here. This is kind of some of our advertising stuff. I can't. Hold on one sec. Technical difficulties. Your hands over the camera there. Should have stuck with my phone, folks. Apologize. It's funny. All right. Anyway, there's some artwork there by Eddie Santiago. Those of you who've been collecting a long time know he's a great artist. We love his stuff. Coming into one of the cases over here, there's a lot of glare in this house. There's a lot of windows. The mini brands PEZ. Well, we collect everything that says PEZ, so because that has PEZ on it and because there were little PEZ dispensers in there, we had to have the whole collection, which we tried to get. And some more advertising things on the next shelf. That's a Seinfeld ad for American Express, and on the table, it's hard to see, but on the table next to Seinfeld, there are a bunch of dispensers, and each of those are lined up in front of him here. We just tried to show that. Next shelf, Tim's favorite thing in the house is The Walking Dead, celebrating the 100th episode of Walking Dead. He was able to get that, so I'm happy for him. And this is something special we do. So we drive a lot of places. We've driven to a bunch of most of the PEZ conventions we go to, we drive to. Every state that we go through, we take pictures. We actually try to find a PEZ dispenser in that state. So we're constantly in Walmarts or whatever, trying to find PEZ in the state, and then we take a picture of that PEZ dispenser in that state. So you can see we haven't been out west too much, but we're getting there. Here's another shelf that we have that's all of our boxed sets. So we used to, whenever a new set would come out, we try to buy the whole box and a whole set of 12 in poly bags. I'm sorry. Our book collection is there. A great PEZ gumball machine made by Keith Wells that we got at a PEZ convention. And our one and only, probably only ever, vending machine that we got probably 24 years ago at the Northeast PEZ convention. And now to the point where we can't afford to buy anymore. So that's what's that? This one right here is all our music collection. It's Less Than Jake for the most part. A couple other things in there too that we found. There's a band called PEZ Band. I'd never heard of them, but Tim saw that album and had to have it because it said PEZ. A couple more. All right, this shirt was a shirt I won at one of the conventions. Terracat is my favorite PEZ dispenser. Not only do we have a collection of PEZ, but we have a collection of cats. We have 5 cats, all rescues in our home. So I love Terracat. That's from Sue and Steve Hurley. A couple of our box sets. And like I said, we like to display stuff. So those are just acrylic shelves that we got at the Container Store. We don't have pretty much any curtains in our house. We put the acrylic displays above all the doorways and windows to display things. Gonna get some bright light in here. Sorry, till we refocus. This is our wall of boxed sets, our double box sets, pretty much. And those are all IKEA shelves. You can get them fairly inexpensively. They're normally to hold picture frames, but we put them all up there and hold PEZ. So that's at the bottom of our stairway. Now looking up our stairway, Tim had this great idea. We like to collect giants in boxes. There's some artwork by our favorite Ash family people, Lacey Ash, and another by Andrew Baldwin that we love. This is our giant wall. Oh, and Harry. Everybody say hi, Harry. There are 123 giants on that wall. Tim, who is normally afraid of heights, got all the way up there, put the shelves up, and made a great display for our giant PEZ. All right, now we're gonna walk into the bright light. Don't walk into the light. Well, we're going to some of our autograph PEZ. Not gonna be able to see it real good. Come over to these. Which ones you can see. All right, so on the top we have Elvira, and then we have the Brady Bunch, Tim and my favorite show from when we were young. We have Mike Lookinland and Susan Olsen, which are the 2 youngest of the Brady Bunch kids there. And there's one of our hosts right there on the left side, Landon, along with a dispenser we got from him, Jack Hanna. Tim's favorite movie, The Hanson Brothers, all 3 of them signed. And just for you, Juana Roscoe, we have Houston Astros, Josh Reddick signed PEZ dispenser.
2017 World Series champions, Juan.
He just so happens to be someone who was born in the town that we currently live in, so we got to meet him. He's a great guy, regardless of all the controversy the team has gone through. Those up there are some tin cutouts or aluminum cutouts that we got, and Tim put some colored paper behind them in the actual colors of ponies because we weren't able to get those colored ponies ourselves, so he made them look like the real deal, which is really cool. Oh, be with you. All right, looking into our kitchen, our kitchen area, we have some shelves with some of our convention things in them, and let's see, bunch of stuff from Northeast Gathering, from the old ATX Gathering, which was in Texas, run by Silas Ryan.
I don't know if you can still hear me. I think you froze.
Are we good?
Yep, frozen on my
Oh,
end.
yep,
too.
okay,
Yep,
you're
there you
back.
go.
You're good.
Okay. All right. So we have the car box sets, and then over to the left, the Jones soda bottles. Let me try to get the glare out of here. See if I can open it. So this breaks all visitor stuff. We have a bunch of swag swap stuff. Thank you, Brian, for introducing that into our hobby on those the next 3 shelves. All right. And turn it around. Get this ball right here. We've got our tin signs and our map. All right, now going into the dining room, you see straight ahead our 6-foot grasshopper that we were lucky enough to acquire from a collector in Baltimore. It was quite an interesting ride coming home. We were in Connecticut, stopped in Baltimore to pick this up. I have a Hyundai Elantra, which is about the size of the grasshopper. So we had to try to fit it into the car, putting the front seat down, the back seat down, and then one of us in the driver's seat, one of us in the back. And Tim was sick the entire time. So I had to drive back from Baltimore with the grasshopper staring out the window at everybody. That was fun. All right.
Just
We
wait
have
till
we have our little misfit collection. Errors, the Dalmatian without the hat, Fred Flintstone without hair, bunch of things, Toy Story box set, and Bo Peep's eyes are not painted. Bunch of stuff. Some Angelo Canale made things on the bottom that I absolutely love. Right there in the middle. And that little guy, I don't know much about it except that it was in a commercial, I think. All right, as our fuzzy friends up there on the top. And then on the bottom, our cars in the bottom cabinet, our car set. And then we just acquired this great pin board from one of the PEZ Marketplace pages on Facebook. And I just put up there everything from that people have given me. I've gotten notes from other PEZ collectors with little special gifts. I've gotten a birthday card with my head on top of a PEZ dispenser from Kelly Jo. I've just so many little notes and special things. Like Chris Wiley said, this hobby is for us is all about meeting people and making friends. We've had several people come and stay in our home a couple different times, and we love having them. You want to show this? Can you get there? There's pictures of some of the people that we have had stay with us. And then alongside that, there are all the PEZ collector trading cards that Landon came up with. I think that was such a great idea for helping us get to meet other PEZ collectors at conventions. We have a bunch of them signed, a bunch that we still have to have signed. But we basically just put them under glass so that we can see them all the time, get a look at everything. So this room was our formal dining room. We have no dining room, but we don't need it. We can eat at the kitchen table. And right there on that wall is our hearts, all my hearts. Tim's least favorite of all the PEZ. One of my favorites, although I don't have them all. I wish I did. Brian Jaskolski's his layout in a little the magazine that he sent us up there on the top, which I love, talking about his sweet collection. And what else? Over here we have a wall of Disney PEZ. I said before, Disney is one of our favorite things, so everything on that wall is Disney. And if you want to know about how to do something like that, it's just basically those J channels, or in this case T channels. It's just a plastic strip that you get at any home improvement store. And these are nailed to the wall. And can you get a picture of this side view right here? And you can see how they just are able to slide into. So you can just slide them out and take them out and change them around as you want. That's a pretty cool feature wall for a room.
Tim and Jeanine, we're running out of time. Is there something you really want to show us that you haven't yet?
Yep. That time goes by quickly. We're just going
I
to go
know,
in here.
and I think people could listen to you every day. I was like, they haven't even made it to their PEZ room yet.
Nope. All right. This is our PEZ room. Just a quick. Just a quick scan of the room. We have faces here and some Stand By Me poster. What else? Oh, I'll go that way. All right. Did masks. There's all the masks from the Minnesota PEZ convention, I believe. There's the mugs that I love. All right, just take a quick walk around the room because we won't be able to see everything and say everything. Some of our vintage PEZ there.
Jeanine, while Tim is showing everybody the room, people want to know if there's any room in your house left to put PEZ in?
Yeah, we have the whole upstairs. we haven't infiltrated the upstairs rooms yet. We still have an adult child up there. But when he goes off to school in the fall, who knows? That's a cool window. It used to be area, so we just kept it like it was and use it to display our PEZ. All right. Oh, this is a house we built to win this gold huckleberry contest. it was yeah, one that put on when they were giving
Chevy
these
Chase's
away.
Christmas Vacation.
There you go. Vacation. I can't think of it. All right, one more room. We're off. Piece by Steve Ash there on the left, my favorite. And that's it. I can't believe the time went by so fast.
You guys did a great job. Your collection is, you have to see it to believe it. You really do, because it's the whole house. I mean, it's even in the bathroom. There's PEZ in the bathroom, which you're one of three collectors I know that have PEZ in the bathroom. So that's
yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you. If you have any questions for Jeanine or Tim, or you want to see some more, if you want to see a picture of something, I'm sure they'll be happy to send that to you and to show off. They are experts at displaying